Hey there, it's me, Sharambe. Let's talk about getting started with Grand Archive using Tabletop Simulator. First, head on over to Steam and look for Tabletop Simulator. After you find, purchase, and download Tabletop Simulator, you can head on over to your library. While viewing Tabletop Sim in your library, you can see that there's a Workshop tab. Click on Workshop. At the new Workshop page, search for Grand Archive. When the search list populates, you're going to look for Grand Archive TCG Fracturized. Click on Fracturized. And then, when the new window pops up, scroll down and click on Subscribe. When you subscribe to an item in the workshop, it automatically downloads it. Then that item will be available in Tabletop Simulator for you to play. Alright, now that you have the game downloaded, let's create our first game. From the main menu, click on Create, then Multiplayer. Here, you can type in your server name and add a password, then select the number of players you want to add to the game. Once you've done that, you can click Create Server. Then a list of games that you have downloaded will pop up. You can see that under Workshop, there's Grand Archive Fracturized. Click on that to create a new game. Or if you have a previously saved game, you can click on that and save and load. Before we can take any actions in the game, you'll need to select a color and then select a seat. Look at the top right corner to select a color. Picking a deck is easy. Open up an internet browser and head on over to shoutatyourdecks.com or sylvie.gg. There, you can search for a deck, and then copy the URL and we'll import it into the game. Back in Tabletop Simulator, if you look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you'll see an Import Deck option. Paste the deck URL here. The game will show a little icon if your deck is not shuffled. There are two ways to shuffle your deck. You can right click on your deck and hit shuffle, or you can hold down left click on your deck and shake to your heart's content. That's up to you. There are also two ways to draw cards in your deck, the same as there are for shuffling your deck. You can right click on your deck and hit draw and draw cards one by one. You can also hover over your deck with your mouse and press the number on your keyboard for the number of cards you want to draw. During your materialize phase, you'll need to pull a card from your material deck. To do this, right-click on your material deck and select Search. There, you can pull any card you need out from your material deck and place it on the field. When it's time to level up your champion, you can pull another card from your material deck and drag and drop it onto your champion. This stack is also searchable. To zoom in on a card, you can mouse over it and hold down the Alt key on your keyboard. To flip a card over, press the F key on your keyboard. This works on both cards on the field and in your hand. You can select multiple cards at the same time by holding down left click on your mouse and dragging over all of the cards. Now let's talk about the quick action menu at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. First we'll talk about the reserve button. To pay the reserve cost for a card, flip the card over in your hand face down, then in the quick action menu, click the reserve button. This will send the cards you reserved by flipping them face down in your hand into the memory zone on your field. You can also use the reserve action to tidy up the cards in your memory zone on your field. If you need a token, you can pull them from the bags at the center of the field. To change the type of counter the dice is, right-click on the dice and select the new counter type. You can also quickly change the value of a dice by pressing the associated number on your keyboard. Status counters work the same way. You can pull a status counter from a bag at the center of the field. You can also change them by right-clicking on them and choosing a new type. There are two types of status counters, full-size status counters and smaller circular ones. To pay the cost to materialize a card from your material deck, you can use the Banish action. The Banish action will randomly select one face-down card from your memory and put it face-up in your Banish pile. The Glimpse quick action will pull the top card from your deck to the bottom right hand corner of your screen. While glimpsing a card, you can choose to put the card back on top of your deck or send it to the bottom of your deck. You can use the Recollect Quick Action button to quickly add all cards from your memory back to your hand during the recollection phase. The Wake Up Quick Action will return all horizontal face cards to the vertical position. You can rotate cards or turn them horizontally by holding the E key on your keyboard. If your card is slowly rotating, there's a way to change that. At the top of your screen, look at the far right white box. Change this to 90 degrees. This will allow your cards to snap to a horizontal position easier. To view face down cards, hover over them with your mouse and then hold Shift-Alt. The extra bag to the left side of your playmat will hold automatically generated cards that are associated with your deck. These will usually include tokens and mastery cards associated with your champion that don't belong in the material or main deck. Finally, we'll talk about the champion damage tracking counter. In Grand Archive, you count damage up for your champion. The Fracturized mod includes a damage tracker for your champion at the top left corner of your playing field. Hey there, thank you for watching. Please like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content.